I think being involved in leadership for people with disabilities is really crucial because, for one thing, it's a great confidence builder. I mean, a few years ago I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you and having a conversation with you comfortably, and the more I do it, the more I get comfortable talking to people, and I've noticed that what I have to say, people really are engrossed in, and they really actually take it to heart, and I appreciate the fact that I get a chance to voice my opinion, and I really hope that anybody that wants to will be given the opportunity to do so.
What it takes to be a good leader is be on time, responsible.
How to encourage other people is to talk to them and just tell them, hey, let's step it up a notch and see where we get.
So they can show people that they can do it like other people can.
Great.
I wanted to get involved in activities, not only activities, but self-advocacy activities, because I want to be able to teach people that all they have to do is get involved.
My mom would say I started being a leader when I was 6, because it felt like I always led the family. I always told them what to do. I was always the leader. I was always giving guidance. I was always telling people what direction to move, where to go, and how to do it. When I first came to one of their meetings, they said, well, why don't you conduct the meeting? You're doing a lot of the talking. And I said, well, give me an agenda. And, that's part of becoming a leader. But even before that, you need to sit in a meeting and see how one is conducted before you can lead anything. You need to sit down and observe how you need to lead. And people lead in all different situations. It depends on the situation of how you're going to lead it.
So when I graduated high school, I went into this program, and the trainers were amazed how much the knowledge I picked up from the public transportation. Instead of them training me, I was out training them, showing them how to get to places they didn't even know where to go. And the students would come up to me, or in my training class, they're like, how do we get here, from here to here? And I show them, and they're like, well, we're amazed.
We were pretty sheltered into the blind community, and through boards we've been able to learn about other disabilities and learn that they go through a lot of the similar struggles than us, and it's just nice to be able to feel confident and comfortable talking to people, even if they're sighted or just able-bodied, or if they have disabilities. There's just a different way that you have to do things sometimes, but it's not any different than if you have patience and the time to really get to know someone.
I would say that is the best way to meet other people with different disabilities who may be going through similar problems as you, and you might be able to help them and they might be able to help you. Also, it's a great way to network and start meeting people, so that when you're job hunting, you know more people in the field and different areas. So it's also a lot of fun just to socialize, to go places, do things, meet new people. It might be scary at first, but the more you do it, the more you realize it's pretty fun.
I wanted to learn how to be a good self-advocate and learn some more about how it means to be a leader.
Thought this would be cool to go meet other young adults, so you learn you're not alone out there, and there's other people you could talk to about what's going on.
I was always shy, and now that I changed. The people first changed me a lot through.
Being a leader doesn't mean you lead it yourself. it might mean you have to take the brunt of the storm, or you might have to take the brunt of the load, but you don't always need to take the whole load or take the whole storm. You can divide it up into 8 pieces of a pie, 8 pieces of a pizza, whatever. You know, you've got 4 leaders, I would say, to a team. You're never there alone.
My advice for somebody who is afraid to be on a committee, once again, is you've just got to have the experience. You know, if you don't like it, you can always stop doing it. But to not try, to me, it's just not right. You know, people with disabilities have every right to be a leader, every right to be a head of a group, or take the group in a direction, or provide advice. Just because you don't have the physical ability or sometimes cognitive ability to understand everything, you can still provide insight and different ideas. And if someone weren't there with a different perspective, we probably wouldn't have curb cuts, we wouldn't have some of these various programs that are out there to provide the ideas. Everyone would just assume that everything is okay. So my advice is get out there and do it anyway, even if you're afraid.